One of the most outstanding stories in the UFC is that of Francis Ngannou. The famous mixed martial arts fighter came from the streets through jail to become one of the wealthiest fighters in the UFC. Francis is a Cameroonian French professional martial artist and the current UFC heavyweight champion, also known as the Predator. Ngannou is the record hardest puncher in the UFC to date. Moreover, he holds the 5th spot in the UFC's men's pound-for-pound rankings. How is he spending all the cash he's accumulated over the years? Stay tuned to find out, because this video highlights Francis Ngannou's lifestyle and net worth. As usual, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more interesting videos if you haven't already. And that said, let's start with Francis's net worth. Francis Ngannou's net worth in 2021 is estimated to be around $4 million. Before joining the UFC, Ngannou didn't make much money. However, according to Sports Daily, Ngannou's current career earnings stand at about $2.5 million in 2021. Aside from that, Francis also earns a considerable amount from his various endorsements and business avenues. Francis Ngannou's UFC salary. While he is in no way the richest UFC fighter, Ngannou does bring home a fairly considerable amount of dough after each performance. Here are some of Ngannou's biggest paydays. Ngannou's fight against Cain Velasquez lasted only 26 seconds. However, Francis took home a hefty $470,000 for his knockout win. The sum includes the sponsorship bonus. Francis's win against Junior Dos Santos was even bigger after this knockout won him a huge $550,000. The sum includes sponsorship and a performance bonus. Additionally, Ngannou's 22nd victory over Jairzinho Rozenstruik at UFC 249 earned him a career high of $670,000. The purse consists of a $350,000 to show and an additional $150K as a winning bonus. Recently, Ngannou's win over heavyweight champ Stipe Miocic at UFC 260 is now his biggest ever purse. Ngannou received a guaranteed $500,000 for the night. Although he didn't receive a win bonus, his earning from PPV sales will take his earnings to around $700,000 in total. Francis Ngannou's endorsement deals. The newly crowned heavyweight champion Ngannou endorses Gym King Fight Division, CBD Research Labs, Cryo Pain Relief, Arsenal Football Club, and The Fight Game. But how did he get to such a point in his career? Well, keep watching to find out as we highlight Francis's rise to fame. Ngannou was born on September 5, 1986, and raised in Bati, a town in rural Cameroon with an estimated population of just over 10,000 people. He lived in poverty and had little formal education growing up. Ngannou's parents divorced when he was just 6 years old, and he was sent to live with his auntie. At 10 years old, Ngannou started working in a sand quarry in Bati because of lack of funds. As a youngster, he was approached by several gangs in his village to join them. However, Ngannou refused and instead decided to use his father's negative reputation as a street fighter as motivation to do something positive and pursue boxing. When he was old enough, he migrated north to Morocco, more than 2,000 miles away as the crow flies. His ultimate goal was making it all the way to France to become a boxer, though he had never set foot in a gym before. My journey from Cameroon to Morocco was about 1 year, Ngannou said. 1 year in illegal situations, crossing borders, living in the bush, finding food in the trash, living this terrible life. Ngannou arrived in Europe through Spain. Because he entered the country illegally by sea, he was promptly detained. He wasn't released from custody for 2 months. It was more stressful than scary, Ngannou said of his time behind bars. When we got to Spain for the first while, we kind of relaxed even though we were in jail. We knew we were going to jail when we got there. We would be free after, but we were going to go to jail first. There was a lot of pressure in our minds. It was like a mental prison, not a physical prison. It was very hard. Ngannou was ultimately released, at which point he finally completed his journey to Paris. He spent his first months in the City of Lights on the streets, but views that period as a crucial turning point in his life. I was homeless then, but at that moment it wasn't difficult for me anymore, he said. You might think that being homeless in Paris in the fall when it's cold was not great, but the enthusiasm that I had at that time, beyond everything, I was happy to be in the land of opportunity. I was happy to have my own life and to be able to chase my own dreams. So that's definitely one of the happiest moments of my life. Even though I was sleeping in parking lots and I didn't have food or money, I was just free. Compared to where I was in Morocco, a parking lot was like a 5-star hotel. It was in Paris that Ngannou's combat sports journey finally began. Despite his long-standing focus on boxing, he began training at the MMA Factory, one of the city's most reputable MMA gyms. It took me almost 10 years to step foot in a gym for the very first time, but I always believed it would happen, he said proudly. After living homeless on the streets of Paris, he began training for free in August 2013 under Didi Carmont. Being a fan of Mike Tyson, Ngannou was initially interested in learning how to box until his coach introduced him to the sport of MMA. Ngannou started his MMA career in November 2013 and mainly fought in the French promotion 100% Fight and other regional promotions in Europe. Following a short stint in the French promotion 100% Fight, Ngannou made his way to the UFC. After making a remarkable debut against Luis Henrique, Ngannou began establishing himself as a serious contender in the heavyweight division. Moreover, Ngannou racked up knockouts against the likes of Overeem, Dos Santos, and Rosenstruck. Recently, Ngannou beat Stipe Miocic at UFC 260 to become the new heavyweight champion. Now, let's see how Francis Ngannou spends his millions. Although he is a millionaire, Francis refrains from going overboard with his lifestyle and expenditure. Being from humble beginnings, Francis already feels that he has experienced much of what life has to offer, thus curtailing his expenses. In other words, he is a simple man from simple beginnings, happy with the simple things in life. Francis Ngannou's luxurious house. Currently, Francis Ngannou owns only 2 houses. 1, his family home in his native Cameroon, and 2, in Las Vegas, Nevada. His Las Vegas house allows him to reach his gym, Extreme Couture MMA, conveniently. The house is simple, nothing flashy, yet enough for all of Ngannou's needs. Francis Ngannou's luxurious cars. Similarly, with his vehicles, Francis has opted for something simple yet classy. According to sources and sightings, Ngannou owns a couple of Mercedes sedans, costing around $100,000 each. Francis Ngannou's non-profitable investments, charity work, mixed martial arts gym. Francis Ngannou has also opened the first MMA gym in Cameroon under the Francis Ngannou Foundation. The gym serves as a chance and opportunity for the children and the youth who aspire to make a career in mixed martial arts. I want to give some opportunity for children like me who dream of this sport and don't have an opportunity like me. The last time I was in Cameroon, I brought a lot of material for boxing and MMA to open a gym. Now I just bought a big space to start the gym as well. NFT collaboration. Francis Ngannou also had a successful NFT collaboration with Boss Logic. Following his victory over Stipe Miocic at UFC 260, Ngannou took to social media to showcase this success. Moreover, Ngannou promised that all the proceedings from the sale of the artworks would go to charity. Reportedly, the collaboration generated an exact $581,038.88. Hence, the combined sale of the 3 artworks generated more revenue than the guaranteed amount Ngannou earned, $500,000, from his fight with Stipe. Seeing all this, it won't be wrong to say that the player has maintained a very lavish lifestyle for himself in a very short period. And that brings us to the end of this video, and we hope you enjoyed it. And just be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our awesome content. And please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new uploads. We value your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.